You did why, and you did what? You structured your answer pretty well. You.
Went off the path?
No.
Mm.
You have all the right answers. You just don't know how to put meat on the bone. That's all. You got to figure out a way to put a little more meat on the bone using your personal examples or your personal experiences, in a sense.
Okay.
And because this was about why. Okay, and you got to the last one that says, I can make good decisions and will recover if I'm wrong, I paraphrase. The others was to guide and develop others, has management perspective. That is not why.
Okay.
Unless you can prove to me that that's David. Is that David? Why is that David? How can you tell me that that's why, that is a David desire? Okay? That's what you've left out there.
Okay.
So that would be the meat on the bone. Okay, so you got to get some meat on that. So because you didn't really say why, you just said a lot of what stuff here. Okay. And then when you got to what, you in terms of your preparation time, you just need to. You've done a lot more than this. You just need to bring it out and list it. Okay. So I don't want to see you change what you're already saying, because you naturally know. Okay, you do. You naturally know, David, and now you just got to put some meat on your bones. Okay. On all these answers, that's what I found about you.
Okay.
You said a lot of good things in here, but you just don't have the meat yet. I mean, I shouldn't say meat. You got the bone. You have the skeleton. Now you just got to put some meat on it. And then if you really get good, you can put some skin on it and make it look pretty, you know? So, but let's get to meat. All right?
And I would stay away from, like you said, kind of, pretty much.
I noticed I said something like.
So
like,
I would be.
I was like,
yeah, I would show more confidence, you know, and I think then that'll all go away. You know, you're not. I want you to know this, and I want you to know that, and I want you to know this, and then this is why.
Yeah, if you can prove to me, or not prove to me, if I get the feeling from you that David really wants to be a captain in the Mesa Fire Department, and he's telling me because it's who he is, okay? If you can come up with those words, you win. You're going to win, okay? You're going to be fine. You're going to do very well. Just that's on all your answers. That was what I was like. You get to like number 2. Do you want to have anything on number 1? You want to add?
No, just what they said. Like you said, you're giving us a lot of once upon a time.
Yeah.
Once upon a time. We're like, where else is you going? So just the amount of how, I mean, and unfortunately I missed the first 40 seconds of the audio, but
That's right.
the vagueness of what you were throwing out there was it was really, really tough. It was just all bullet points. I want to have perspective. I want to help support the fire department. I want to know what things I can deliver. I had a previous job that was customer service related. This one is too. It's like, I didn't know what job you had. On top of all jobs are customer
I
service.
knew,
Yeah.
but they.
You know what I mean? I'm
else
sitting there
knows.
going, I have no idea what you did. On top of, name a job that isn't customer service related. So it was like just really, really, really vague. Just get real specific.
I could get this together because.
Yeah. I know you can. I've heard you. I remember your engineer interviews. I know you can.
So I just.
Okay.
Trevor and I started working on this couple. I was just so big on the tactical stuff, and there's no excuse. I know we were
Right.
trying to do both, but I was struggling with that a little bit. Felt like, but
Cool.
All right, number 2.
number 2.
Number 2 is the you're on a 3-man. They're joking about him taking the standard 6. You said that you were going to resolve this. Tell the crew to stay positive. Speak with that member. Investigate it. So, this is kind of a dark waters here. Like, is did he really do something wrong, or did he not do anything wrong?
We don't know.
Is his crew harassing him, and he really has a problem? It's kind of, where do you go with this? And then you're just there for 12 hours, so you don't really have any history.
Mhm.
You don't know what kind of relationship he has with his crew. And this isn't something you're gonna resolve in the first 12 hours,
No.
you know?
I forgot to say I was gonna follow up.
Yeah,
I wrote it on here.
yeah. So, and did he do anything wrong? You can't take 6 hours of sick leave if he wants, you know? Even if he has childcare issues every Saturday, you know, or somebody's sick, or maybe somebody's got doctor's appointments. I mean, it's hard to say what's really going on. He might not be doing anything wrong at all. Now, it does affect everybody, and we do have a problem that we're running 3 people because there's nobody signed up for overtime, is what I'm assuming. That's something you probably could have started with to find out. Maybe they just missed this, and you don't have 3 people. Maybe you're supposed to have 4. And maybe there's just an error with staffing.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Well, the first thing you said was I'd resolve it. I mean, that's the first thing out of your mouth. And even when you're roved, you said those 2 things right at the bit.
Mhm.
So, okay, so you made your decision, you're gonna go and try to figure it out. And you said all the appropriate stuff. First of all, I'd stay positive, and we don't talk about others when they're not there. You said that. And then you said, I'm gonna go ask the firefighters what's going on, why are you saying this kind of stuff, right? But then you're gonna talk about the firefighter himself. So you're gonna go talk to them, you're gonna, just kind of, you just need to put some more meat on the bone there.
Okay.
And then you're gonna go talk to the firefighter, find out what's going on, is he okay, and kind of la. That's all appropriate stuff. And then you come back and you're gonna talk to the captain once the cap comes in. You had all of those essential pieces, but you said on the why, it's not good for the department to talk about people because they can take sick time whenever they want. You're absolutely right. Add more to it.
Okay.
Okay, give us some more, David, because you're absolutely correct about all that sort of stuff. And those are really the issues those are really some big issues that are in this situation, right?
Mhm.
Let's just say, don't talk about others. I mean, let's just peel that just a little bit just to help you I want to give you an example so that you can grab some more meat here. What I mean by more meat. You can talk to the firefighter. Is that a senior firefighter? Is that a junior firefighter? Okay, now why would they want to be saying those kinds of things and joking about it from either one of those 2 roles?
Mhm.
Okay. The junior officer is the engineer. Why would you participate in that? See how you can start adding more
Okay.
more meat to that bone of it's just not right.
Mhm.
See, you can start adding more to that whole thing. All you got to do is when you read these questions, the mechanics are when you go take that in the room and you read mechanics. Now you got to say maybe on this side of the page you're going to write down the bone, and then over here you got to add some meat. That might help with your mechanics.
Okay.
On doing that, okay? Come up with a way to because I see how you're writing it.
Yeah, I got it.
But and it's nothing wrong with chicken scratch. We all do that, but you got to come up with a different mechanic to help you get that piece down. Okay.
Yeah,
Simple.
yeah. You know what you're doing. Your closings on all of these are just horrendous. You got
You just
some
kind of
of those
like
where you're
fade off.
And we're
I do, yeah.
Some of them like literally ended in the middle of the sentence. Like, which I was like, wait, what?
Okay.
Are we done? I didn't know.
I'll try to wrap it all up with the
Yes,
closing.
yes.
And that's what I was trying to, I was
And
like.
when you finish just as strong as you started.
Mhm.
Don't
Well, let's finish stronger than he started.
but you finish, you're like, and then
There's one you did that. It's like, what?
Did he fall
That's pretty
asleep?
funny.
He fell asleep.
Number 3.
Yeah. Me.
Or me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just short, man.
Yeah,
It's
stay
3
positive.
very different questions.
Yeah, look forward, look ahead. Lots of changes, very motivated, innovated, educate them. But this is like a minimum, like a 3-part question.
Okay.
And if I was answering this question, I would make sure I knew those parts and I hit those parts and I hit all those parts in order.
Okay.
So And then maybe you want more, when you're, but for me, for my note taking, that's how I would do my note taking. I'd say, okay, the first part is better emergency response. And then I'm gonna hit supporting these decisions. And then I'm gonna hit staying positive. And then I'm gonna hit support these changes. And then I'm gonna talk about the negative attitudes and why it is important. I'm gonna hit those bam, 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 bam. So that grader is gonna go, okay, he answered this piece. Oh, he answered this piece. Oh, he answered this piece. Oh, he answered this piece. And you're hitting them hard, and you're hitting them in that order.
Okay.
And it's so much easier for them to track and for them to give you the points that you deserve.
Yeah, it goes back to your mechanics, you know, because what are the three parts? As a new captain, what will you do to support? How will you overcome negative? Why is it important? And they're all in here. You just mechanically don't put them out right, so that your people that are evaluating you can write them down and give you the points.
Okay.
Okay, so that's really important for you, because that's what you want the people on the other side of the table to be doing. Okay? You want to make it easy for them to write this stuff down. Okay.
Help them help you.
Right. All the right stuff's there, David. Now you just gotta work on adding
It's
some.
just practice.
More
Some
examples.
pounds.
More examples.
Yeah,
and
put some
stuff.
more LBs in
Yeah.
this, right.
Okay.
Okay, and on, you said leadership skills and role model. It's an off-the-cuff one, it's difficult. You might really wanna take some time to think about if you had to boil it down to two characteristic traits, whatever you wanna call them. You might really wanna think about this question before you get into your interview, because it's gonna become useful probably in one or two of your answers somewhere along the line, if you've got that in your mind. And it's gotta be something you really believe in. And so this one helps you to realize that maybe you haven't thought about that much. So,
Yeah, I haven't.
and
really.
so, yeah, but,
It's like,
yeah, because you said leadership skills and role model. And I think it was looking for something a little bit deeper than that, you know, besides, the question is, in your opinion, what are the two most important traits? So,
And it was off the cuff, but this also is just a softball. I mean, this is one that you should have. Some of these things you should just have in your wheelhouse when you're walking in the door. That these are my things, and I got them, and I'm going to tell you I got them. And this is some of the stuff that you just need to almost like a self-reflection,
Mhm.
and you know you have them, and you just got to find a way to spit them out, and it's gonna show when you're doing your oral points.
one of the things you can do to help yourself just get started on that mechanic piece is tomorrow, or even late, if you can, later on, go
Mhm.
back to these and rewrite what you did.
Okay.
This time, write it so that you're putting the bone on one side and some more meat on the other. Push yourself to get some meat. Ask your guys at the station
Okay.
to put some meat on those bones,
Mhm.
and so that you just work that process and find one that works for you.
Okay.
Okay, because you're there, you just got to get some meat in here.
Yeah, and like the interviews before, I did it like Carlos did. You know, he gave us those sheets and kind of had everything structured really well. And it's like, wow, you should start thinking about before, after, just the thoughts you guys had about delivering. And it's like, I need,
What's
to,
the
I need
easiest-
to start doing that for sure.
And what's the easiest way to close them? What's the easiest way to close these things?
Just kind of come back and say, I think maybe just, and the reason why is because of this, and this. And I mean, like,
When you get to the final, you should just say, you should almost just say the question.
Okay.
And that's how I would,
okay.
that's all. Once you get to the final, that's how you're gonna close it up with, that's how I would do it. It'll help you with that's just your pace and everything like that, okay? You didn't spend enough time on any of them, so, you know, push yourself to put
I will.
one.
It's just prep. I mean, it's there.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
I know I could do better. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for taking the time
I don't
out.
know if you want these notes
Sure.
or not. You can take a copy of the questions if you want it, and that one there if you want it.
Okay. Thank
Are we
you.
done now?
Hicks and Drusilla.
I know.
Slave
I was
driver.
being facetious.
The slave driver.
When's dinner? When's our union break?
You're retired. Are you part of that union? You're out your bag. You're an at-will, aren't you?
have
You said I could-
344 days and 3 years to
No,
go.
you don't. I
You got another one of these,
900
right?
some odd
For
days
the
left.
other two? I could take that one.
Yeah.
too.